Dude, you're matching. You got the West Side under.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. I love West Side.
Yeah, because your squat program that you put up, it kind of incorporates some conjugate.
Yeah, so I think the biggest key of conjugate that everyone misses is that they're really fucking good at exercise selection, and then they have a lot of boxes checked off for the mentality side of things. I think that's a big part of why Westside was so successful, is because you had a bunch of ornery motherfuckers who hated each other a little bit, wanted to be better than each other a lot, and they had dynamic effort where you're trying to move the bar faster than the next guy, and they had max effort where you're trying to lift more weight than the next guy. And so you got that mentality ingrained in your head for competition, where you can, I'm going to go up and I'm going to destroy this weight, and I'm not going to be afraid of it because I'm not going to let this fucker behind me beat me. And what everyone seems to miss in all the max effort and the dynamic effort is all the bodybuilding stuff they did afterward.
100%. Yeah.
All the just laser targeted exercises in their accessories where they'll do a max effort. And the other thing about max effort is that it allows you to see where your weaknesses are, depending on how you apply it. And then what you can do is you can say, oh, well, according to this breakdown in your max effort, you're lacking this muscle group, this movement pattern, whatever it might be. And then you just drone strike that one little weak area, and it makes your lift skyrocket because you're only as strong as your weakest link. And I really believe that.
I think that's something that I've come around to relatively recently, and like recognizing what's my limiter. I hadn't been deadlifting for a while. My low back just became so deconditioned, and like my spinal erectors, like I was doing RDLs. My hamstrings were strong, but I just immediately could tell by my back pump when I came back to conventional. It's like I'd been slacking on that. And so, yeah, the West Side system, there is a lot of nuance to it that gets missed, if you don't dig into it. And I think part of that comes from the fact that Louis Simmons was not the most articulate communicator.
He said himself, I think he has like a 7th or 8th grade education. He knows or knew a lot, but it's a lot of information to try and put through the lens of an 8th grade education.
Yeah. That approach of using the max effort to assess kind of your weak points and then tailoring your accessories to address that. Is that something that you continue to implement for yourself?
Yeah, I think the issue with the max effort is it is very stressful. So you kind of have to weigh it out. I was doing it for my deadlift, but I think I've finally hit a point where I couldn't just go heavy twice a week on deadlift like that anymore.
Shocking.
Because
welcome to being 20.
I know. Where I was like, I would do like my specificity day, and I kind of have the same program for all 3 lifts. It's just the frequency of how heavy I'm going and how much accessory work I'm doing. So for squat, I actually don't have like a ton of accessory work. For deadlift, I have kind of more mediocre amount, and then bench is just I'm slamming my upper body with accessories.
Yeah.
I'm turning into like the Undertaker tombstone pile driving my chest and my shoulders and my triceps. So I don't know. The thing is that I couldn't really do the max effort on the deadlift every week and still recover. So I cut it out because I didn't want to have to go experimenting on this super short timetable. It still does work. I think it probably would work fine if I went every other week instead of every week.
Yeah.
But if I was going to be like for this powerlifting meet, I'm probably not going to do it at all because I'm going to be doing squat and deadlift hard at the same time going into the meet.
Okay.
Which is not something that I typically do. Even throughout like a training cycle. And that's why I packed on so much strength so fast.
Yeah.
Is that I'm very one goal focused. If I try to do like a bunch of different things, it's not going to go that well. What I can do and what I have done very successfully is I'll like slam one goal or 2 goals, I guess, one upper, one lower. And then I'll do like a sprinkling of accessory work or variation throughout, that training cycle. So that when I switch back to doing squat or I switch to doing overhead press, it's still gone up. It hasn't gone up as much as it would have, but it's not like it just completely shut off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for my deadlift prep, I was doing a lot of front squats and a lot of Bulgarian split squats. That was enough to actually even grow my quads. Like the proof's in the pudding kind of, because I literally didn't do a back squat for like 3 months. And then I just went and did 475 and almost 500 yesterday.